I'm upset.
Fuck. Oh, that wasn't meant to happen. Jesus, the wrong scene played.
I love that it started with I'm upset.
I'm upset. Technical difficulties.
No one's upset, everyone's happy, and we are welcoming you here.
I love it. It's like I actually clicked on the right box and the wrong thing played. Who knows? This could be fun. How are you doing, everybody? Welcome, Sophia, Star, Wombat, Knight. Welcome into the live stream. It feels like it's been a long time since we've been live.
It does feel like that, hey?
Yeah. And you're probably wondering where we are because this does not look like
our usual setup.
We are in Perth.
We are, yeah. We're not in Albany.
We have moved.
Yes.
We are in the new. Hey, Jess. We are in the new Afterlife HQ.
Yep.
Can't believe it.
Super convenient because we now have all of our gear behind us. Which is super helpful.
Yeah, and this is what you're seeing behind us is actually our proper gear where we charge stuff. Everything that we put towards Afterlife Party is right. It is here. I mean, we got cases of gear and all kinds of stuff. It goes further up. It's obviously cut out to fit our heads in. But, yeah, we're in the new Afterlife Party HQ. Congratulations. Thank you very much. It's awesome. And, like, I just can't believe the Albany Convict Gaol investigation is now fully up and released.
Oh, it's so exciting. We've been waiting for this, and I know that a lot of you were waiting for it too.
Yeah.
So, I hope that everybody's seen it.
Yeah, has everyone seen it? What are we thinking? Do we like it? Do we enjoy it? You know, how did we feel about it? Because it was a huge location, and we had a lot of ground to cover. So we were doing the best of what we could to cover as much of the jail as we possibly could. We were joined by Kim and Star, and Kim managed to, with no notice, managed to turn around and come on that journey with us.
Yeah.
So, thank you to Kim and Star who joined us for our Albany trip. And obviously, the Albany Convict Gaol is not just the only one we've done in Albany, but more on that later. But it has been a wild journey, this jail, and it was an awesome location.
It was an awesome location, hey. It's one of the most exciting things we've done. So it's really awesome that we get to come in and say, and share it with you guys, from our own personal experiences of it. Because you don't always get to see all of that in the final video. Yeah,
and also, can you say a quick hello to my kids, Alara and Bjorn?
Hi, Alara. Hi, Bjorn.
Hello. There you go.
Welcome in.
Welcome in. Thank you for viewing. But yeah, the Albany Convict Gaol, it's got a lot of history, a lot of known death, as we know. That's probably the location that we have the most documented deaths that we have actually investigated.
The most documented, plus some that we couldn't find documentation for. And probably a lot more that we don't even know about. So
and some of those stuff was from Waters' diaries and other stuff as well. So although there's not actual documented proof
of all of it, of some there are,
there are. They make up some of the majority of those. I guess of those undocumented ones.
Yeah. Well, that kind of was a large part of the historical records from the time was diaries and journal entries because not everything was documented formally in the very early settlement of Albany.
Yeah, pretty much so. But have you guys all caught up? Have you watched both parts? I'd love to know. Whether everyone did catch up. And just remember, guys, tonight we are going to be doing a special Q&A. So if you have ever wanted to ask us anything, whether that's about the Albany Convict Gaol, whether it's about our equipment, the way we investigate, stories about the paranormal, creepy locations we've been to, vice versa, anything that you've always wanted to possibly ask us or wanted to know, the floor is yours tonight. So get those questions ready. We will open it up for a Q&A a bit later on in the stream. But it's, we're opening it up. We're starting the year. It's our first live stream in the year, so we're going to open the floor up. We're going to peel back that curtain, I guess.
Yeah.
We're going to be on the spot.
Yep. I like it when you guys keep us on our toes. So please do have those questions ready for us. Yeah, that would be awesome. Mitch, you should try the old Fremantle Power Station. We would love the Fremantle Power Station. I have actually... Oh, thanks, Mitch. Appreciate that. It's his calming voice, isn't it? Yeah.
Hello there. We would love the Fremantle Power Station. I actually did get to go to the Fremantle Power Station way back when. I put up a photo actually on our Facebook the other day of finding old tapes, and Fremantle Power Station was there. And I did capture a bit of evidence there. And they are on the old DV tape, so I'm hoping I can find a way to kind of pull it off. It's really old school. I was like 18, 19 years old or something like that. I'm now 21, so it was a while ago. It's a sexy voice, of course. There you go. I think,
Freo Power Station, that would be freaking amazing. But, like, at the moment, it's off the cards. It's not one that you can get access to, I think, for their own insurance reasons, mostly. Obviously, it's super, super high security.
It was derelict back then, and that was 2007 for me.
Yeah, so by this stage... definitely safety issues that sort of stop them from letting people in.
Yeah,
even if we did try to seek the right permissions for it. Yeah. But that doesn't mean to say that there's not loads of other awesome locations that are on our radar. So,
2025 is shaping up to be a pretty decent year, I will say. Should we kick off with a video? This is some of the awesome evidence we captured while at the convict jail.
Yeah.
Now, some of these... I mean, this investigation had it all, really. Most of the equipment we put out was used in some way, shape, or form.
Yeah.
It's very rare you go to a location and every piece of equipment you put down gets used. They normally...
Hey,
Paranormal Perth, how are ya?
Thank you for coming.
Thank you for coming. Normally when you put that stuff down, it doesn't all... Like, not every piece gets triggered. You know, we've gone to other locations, Kalamunda Hotel, not everything happens. You know, multiple other places. This one was unique because it did.
Yeah, and often on cue. Like, we'd explain what something does, and then it gets triggered or activated, or we get some form of communication. It was a lot of direct back and forth, and of course we love that.
Yeah, we do. We're all about it.
Yeah.
And yeah, Mitch, that is the top tier location. You're not wrong. But yeah, Albany Convict Jail. We're gonna flick to some of the cool bits and pieces of evidence we captured along the way.
Yeah.
And this is good fun. So if you haven't been up to date on some of the evidence from those videos, this is a good chance for you to have a look now. We'd love to know, as you're watching along, if you have any questions, pop them in there, because you know we can clear anything up, any questions that you've got. So let's flick to that now, and
let's see if your favourite parts are in there.
Yeah.
See if we've missed something that that was one of your favourites that we forgot. Not forgot, that we didn't include.
That we didn't include. Yeah. All right. Let's flick to it.
Shall we describe our equipment?
Yeah. I mean, down here, me and Kim have got... Well, we've got some cat balls on us. We haven't put them out. We're going to put one just inside the deeming cell here. And we've got the REM pod. So the REM pod is our EM pump. So essentially, spirits can come near this. It puts out an electromagnetic field, and they can come near the antenna to go and touch it and give it a go. And Kim?
Yeah.
I'll get you to demonstrate by going near the antenna. And there you go. As you can see, go near it. So if anyone wants to come join us, they can come over and touch that antenna and let us know that they're here.
Alrighty. I have the Spirit Talker, which is the Spirit Talker app being run on a mobile phone that only runs Spirit Talker. So this is a dedicated Spirit Talker for us. We use this phone with no SIM card. It's in airplane mode. And the way that this app works is by using the phone's sensors such as the accelerometer, the gyroscope, magnetometer, etc.
Are you aware the REM pod went off when you were explaining that?
Did it?
It went...
I just assumed it was you guys.
No.
I didn't.
Oh, awesome.
And I just went to try and put the camera closer to it to explain.
Yeah.
And it doesn't set it off, look.
Huh.
Yeah.
That should set it off. Oh, unless you're outside of the range, even with the camera there. Yeah, wow, that's really cool.
So we're not in range to do that is what I'm trying to say.
Yeah.
I might push it a bit more forward just in case.
Explain this equipment.
Oh, explain this equipment. I would love to. I'm not sure if you mean the one that you're using or something else maybe. The one that you're using is able to give out words based on the inputs from the sensors of the phone, but I'm guessing that you've already worked that out. There is one across the room from me that's a bell.
Adam.
If you'd like to ring the bell, then all you have to do is go up close to that. It detects EMF, which is the kind of energy that we believe that spirits can give off to use to interact with the world.
I am letting the camera know because I don't think we said it. There is a couple of pigeons outside on the windowsill. Hey!
Thank you for that.
Thank you for that. But yeah, if you can hear shuffling around on my camera then, it's pigeons outside, it's nothing in the room.
Guys, I just want to acknowledge the fact that I got asked to explain this equipment. I explained the bell and then the bell rang.
The bell.
Yeah.
That's what I was thinking is pretty cool.
Show.
Show?
Yeah, show.
Is that your one, Kat?
Yep.
It showed you.
It did show me. That was cool.
That was very intelligent of a response.
Not only did it ask it, it did it and then said show.
That's so cool. I'm just going to show whoever was able to do that with the bell. I'd like to show you one more piece of equipment actually that I've got here. So just over here, sitting with this mannequin, is a little ball which you can touch it and it will make lights, which is really pretty cool. So if you'd like to use that one, I've just shown you how to use it. You could show me that you are able to if you like.
I just like to talk.
Oh.
Oh, you just like to talk.
That was pretty good communication.
Yeah.
That's okay. You don't need to do anything else if you just like to talk.
And we're here for everyone's safety, including those that still may reside here. So we would appreciate that as a forewarning before we get going, guys.
Yes.
Yeah?
Okay.
Thank you for ringing that.
Star, how close is your...
I have not really moved any equipment, so it should have gone off before that.
That's awesome. Thank you for ringing the bell. We're just going to move it a little bit further away from the camera just in case it was influenced by that.
Yeah.
Is it on full or halfway?
3/4.
Oh, Capel! Thank you.
Is it walking down the hallway?
That's
Because it was the bell, then the cat ball.
That's literally what I was about to say. I was going to say, one of the pieces of evidence
Oh, wow.
that we've gotten, that like everybody says
Capel,
here.
yeah.
Wow.
Star, you've got a cat ball near your foot. Did you know that?
Yeah.
Okay.
Is that,
Star, probably bring your legs in a bit more because that phasm is filming down the middle.
so one of the pieces of evidence that's been picked up is like footsteps of somebody running up and down this hallway.
Cool. Yeah.
And
makes
so
sense.
that makes so much sense.
But it's between you and Cat, Star.
I swear that I physically
Oh,
saw
wow.
one of those move.
Yeah.
No, I haven't turned on this Spirit Talker yet, so I'm just
Okay.
going to do that now.
It's interesting as well because before they were turned on, our REM pod blipped as well.
Yeah.
That was
And
a bell.
it hasn't blipped since. Cat ball again.
Cat ball.
Now we are all, that phasm down the end of the hallway can definitely attest that we are all so still and not moving.
Watch out.
What should I watch out for?
If there is any reason for us to be concerned about something, maybe you can let us know. What the...
What's that? A minute. Should we go investigate?
Yeah, I think we should. That sounded not...
Like something's dragging. Come on, let's go look.
if you want to keep talking to that, feel free.
Yeah, sounds like something's being dragged.
It sounded distant though.
Yeah, it did sound distant. Do you know what that noise was? Because you told us to watch out.
It was really on cue, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Attack.
Okay. Were you attacked?
They're warning us of an attack.
Was that a warning?
Wait a second.
Watch out, attack.
We've not heard those noises the whole time we've been out here, right?
Yeah.
And the first time it warned us and made a noise,
Yeah.
and it's just said attack again, and it's like a...
Yeah.
No. Was that almost like a snarling? It was almost like a pig snorting. Footsteps have been heard through here too.
Absolutely.
Especially with pace.
Maybe you can walk up this corridor. Maybe walk down towards us and walk back, and maybe we can hear your footsteps. We'll happily stay quiet if you want to try it.
It is so quiet in here. But we are here to showcase your stories, showcase the history, and to let people know that, you know...
Did anyone just move their foot?
I moved my hand.
Okay. Oh, jeez.
Hello?
What happened?
We just had like a step
Hello,
on
friend.
a step on the floorboards over here,
I even heard it.
and I've got chills.
I've
got
got full body chills.
Yeah.
I don't know if I heard the step or heard you guys move. Like, it's hard to
That
tell.
No,
was-
it wasn't us.
That was very noisy.
I heard a creak, like floorboards moving.
It was a full bore floorboard creak in here, yeah.
Yeah, someone.
And then you got hello friend.
Just moved their foot.
I moved my hand.
Okay. Oh, jeez.
Hello?
What happened?
We just had like a step
Hello,
on
friend.
a step on the floorboards over here.
Just moved their foot.
I moved my hand.
Okay. Oh, jeez.
Hello?
What happened?
We just had like a step
Hello,
on
friend.
a step on the floorboards over here.
Hello. If you are in this cold coming out of here,
Okay.
There we go.
There goes the bell again.
Cool.
yeah, not a good time to have a complete dead foot, hey?
I'll go to the
I need to stand up and get the pins and needles out of my foot anyway.
How long has that phasm light not been
Just
blinking
stopped. I've
for?
been looking at it the whole time. I keep looking between all three phasms.
Yeah, cool.
Sorry, I'm okay. It's pins and needles. are fine.
Tonight.
That's okay.
Tonight.
You've been exposed tonight?
I'm not walking like I've eaten too many pins.
Walk right.
Oh my god, that is so fucking funny.
aimed at you, Jaysinn.
The last thing come through was walk right while Jaysinn is stumbling down the hallway with a limp because he's got a dead leg.
He's trying his best.
That is so freaking funny.
Can I say, to the spirit that said that, I really, really do appreciate your sense of humour. that was fantastic.
That was the best timing.
Well, there we go. Some of our evidence. It's really interesting, actually, because the male cell block. Now, going into the Albany Convict Gaol, that being the original part of the jail, like the convict depot,
Yeah.
back in like the 1850s,
Yeah.
I was expecting that to feel a lot darker as far as communication is concerned.
Yeah. I think that's what we initially expected. But in hindsight, I guess the vibes at the original convict depot, which is that part, wasn't as bad. And I think that there was often like a fairly decent relationship between the warders at the time, who were the pensioner guards, and the convicts. And it was less punitive, I think, at that time than later on when it was being used as like a town jail, which is when they built and expanded it.
Yeah.
So it was quite interesting that the vibes we got were actually a little bit fun and interactive.
Yeah, I felt comfortable and welcoming as well to Cloudy. I think Amanda has joined us since as well. So anyone who came in, hello, welcome since you've come into the, since we had that video on. But yeah, the vibes were crazy. Not what I expected to really pick up on, considering that's where we started. It was like, okay, you're all being pumped. You saw the intro and we're talking about the dark side and we could be dealing with heavy stuff. And then we walk into a spirit laughing at my dead leg. Like, it's not what you really expect to pick up on in the Albany Convict Gaol, considering, you know, the cells of, you know, what was classed as one of the first potential serial killers with Deeming. And, you know, Peter McKean. And other prisoners or convicts that were held there. It's like, you can't imagine the amount of stories that those cells would you know, could tell. And that's what we got. Yeah.
It was quite interesting. It actually really helped to put us at ease, because I think going into it, we were all a bit nervous. We had already some experiences in Albany which put us a bit on edge, and you know, that stuff is yet to come to the channel. And so going into that, the nerves were there, and our experience in that initial part, that male cell block, actually really helped put us at ease. So that was quite nice.
Hi, Kim.
Hi, Kim.
But yeah, no, it was. We know that Kim absolutely loved the dead bell. But when we're out there, it's interesting, because when we were starting to roll out our equipment in the male cell block, it's like the first thing we talk about is the REM pod and putting it down, and it blips. Yeah. You know, Star explains the dead bell goes off. Mm-hmm. You turn the cat balls on and explain the cat balls. Cat balls go on. Spirit talk, you try and have a conversation on Spirit Talker, and the first thing it says is like literally on par with what we're talking about. We're talking about, if you need extra power, use it from the light batteries. That, and it says light. It's just boom, straight away with intelligent. Yeah. It was really, really weird.
Yeah. A good weird,
yeah.
Also, thank you, Star, for answering in chat. I know Nikki from Paranormal Perth has asked some questions about your favourite experiences. Thanks for responding. And Kim as well, both of you, Star and Kim. If you have anything to add, please do in chat. That's absolutely welcome.
Yeah.
Yep, just like that.
Yeah. I mean, then you go to places like where me and Kim were in the hanging spot, and we're hearing those dragging noises. They were really weird. Now, we do know that there was some light rain on the gutter, and you could hear that throughout the entire time we're out there. It's a continual noise. But that dragging I mean, Kim, you can attest to this. We went looking, like, that sounded like someone was dragging something over bitumen. And we couldn't figure out what that noise was. And I think later on, you and Star also heard that out near where the slab is outside the where the old male exercise yard was. I think you guys said as well thought you heard something dragging then. But we can't explain that noise. It was really weird. And to know that it had like attack and, you know, what was the other thing?
Watch out.
Watch out here.
Yeah,
so we
watch
got
out.
those. So we got those, and then on cue those dragging noises. It was weird.
It was really weird. For a noise that loud, you would have to be able to see something produce that. Like, it's not just a little rat scampering around or something that you might not notice. It was a loud noise.
It was. Yeah, like Kim says, we couldn't debunk it.
Yeah. And to hear it three separate times, was it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, 3 separate times. Yeah. The sound, to me, it sounds like shoveling on location. Yeah, it does. It sounds like a shovel, like dragging across the floor, on bitumen or roads.
Or something just being dragged across the gravel. I don't know, something heavy being dragged.
It was very odd, to say the least.
My mind automatically just goes to, because you were in the hangman spot, my mind just goes to the idea of like a body being dragged. And I don't know why. I think it's just my mind because it was at the hangman spot.
Yeah. Well, you and Star didn't get to do the hangman spot.
No, we didn't.
No.
I would love the opportunity to be able to go and do that area, actually.
That was very interesting out there. Prob's going for a ciggy break.
Yeah.
Oh, well, yeah, you're not wrong there.
Yeah.
But, you know, we're talking about some of the stuff, you know, that we experienced on location and, out some of our evidence and that. But, you know that we can't put everything we film into the investigations that go on YouTube, because when we did this in Albany, I think we were filming from about 10 through till about 5:45 a.m.
Yeah.
When we say we were there overnight, we did not leave until the sun had come up.
No.
And I think that's the very first location we've ever done that.
And we had grand plans of maybe settling down into the male and female cell blocks and actually having a bit of a rest, sort of going to sleep. Probably not, but just, having a rest for the, settling in for the night. We didn't get there.
No.
No. We there was investigating to be done, and we were actively investigating the entire time.
Yeah. So you can imagine, how do you condense all that footage into an investigation? There is obviously stuff that doesn't make the cutting room floor.
Some of it for good reason.
Some of it for good reason.
Some of it is a shame that it doesn't make it.
But you can't take everything. So the good thing about these live streams is we can open this up and show some of the stuff that didn't quite make it. And yeah, it's a wild ride. You can imagine you got to have some laughs on location. So there's a lot of laughs, a lot of fun stuff. So I think it's about time we show some of these awesome clips or monstrosities, depending which way you want to look at it.
Enjoy.
Enjoy. All right.
I don't remember you being this short, Kim.
I've even got 2 inches on my heels. Yeah.
All right, we're ready to do this.
I don't know why I'm noticing it right now. Yeah. Yep. All right.
All right, guys.
Because we're really
You do
close.
You go.
First of all, everyone, let's get ready to do the Albany Convict Gaol. And we've got an opportunity to do it. So I'm so happy that you two are here.
Me too.
I'm glad you invited me.
Haven't got a mirror. He reminded me it's going to be the most viewed video on the channel. I hope I look alright.
Just adjust the tissues.
I'd like to point out
there's
your nails
none of
are
that
looking
then.
great for it.
Thank you. I hope the camera gets those. No.
Tits adjusted.
Tits adjusted, yeah. We're wearing too many t-shirts for that.
Alright, here we go.
Yeah.
Ready?
Yeah.
Let's do
Yeah.
this.
Just realised we should have put Boo on the corner of the table there.
I was thinking there's a dip below Boo.
Oh, true. Yep.
So if you would like to push Boo forward, make him do a roly-poly. I reckon he'd find that fun, and feel free to let him do that.
Yep. So Boo is our little round.
The little white round plush, that's blushing.
Yeah.
It's technically the pillow.
Her name is Boo. I actually don't know gender. I don't know Boo's gender. Somebody said she, and I don't know if that's correct.
There's many Boos in the universe.
There's many Boos. This is true. That is actually a really good point.
Boo is their species.
You know, I never really thought about it like that.
Yeah.
Just kind of
It's like Koopa Troopers are a species.
Yeah, I just kind of imagined it as like Boo being a character, but you're right, Boo is a species. There are a lot of Boos.
There are.
That makes sense. Technically, Boo's a ghost.
Yep.
Forgot about that. Alright, I'm gonna stop talking now
We're
because
off topic.
I feel like the longer that I talked then, the stupider I started sounding.
Sorry, Jay. Nintendo facts with Kat and Star.
Boo is a ghost.
To be fair though, speaking about Nintendo is slightly on topic because they've been around for a long time.
Nintendo?
Yeah, they used to sell cigarettes and gambling.
Really?
Yep.
When?
Like,
Actually, I knew this. I've heard this before.
yeah.
Fuck off. I don't know what to do. I went to pick it up and I pressed on something that I shouldn't have. Alright.
Alright.
Thanks.
We're going to do a sign off, Kim? You can't. It's Kim. We're going to do a sign off. We can't just walk away.
Thank you, thank you, bye. Thank you.
Fuck off on me.
Good time, we had a good time. Thank you.
Let's go get our equipment from the hole.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see.
Do you want to get it? I'll just wait for you outside.
Motherfucker. Alright.
Okay.
Let's go.
Well, after the incident where there was, up to 20 men who were in there, and depending on what accounts you see, they say that either 1, 2 or 3 of them weren't alive in the morning.
Yeah. Alright.
Is this meant to have only 1 bar of battery?
Nope. That was a fresh battery.
I'm pretty sure that's... The battery's up in the top right corner, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's got 1 bar of battery.
That was a fresh one. We just put it in here for God.
Yep. We should probably get a new battery.
Well, I've got a fresh one here.
No, it's a
Is that the right battery?
Different battery.
Okay.
Yeah, check it out.
My goodness.
Yeah, 1 bar of battery. Now, to be fair, this has been sitting on the bench in that room. Because I didn't just put the battery in it. We did it when we first set up.
Yeah.
But it hasn't been used the whole time. It's been off, sitting on the bench.
Okay.
So that battery's, I don't know if it's been drained while the camera's been off. Or if I didn't actually check. Jason probably checked. I think a moth just flew past you.
I hope it was just a moth.
Yeah, me too.
We always just go away with so many more answers or so many more questions.
Attractive.
You just told us to leave, and then you just said attractive. Is that right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, we have so many more questions, and it's not one of my questions. Which one are you referring to? Is it Kim or myself?
Oh, me, of course. I mean, really?
Oh, well, we're both
Oh,
two.
yeah.
We're both two spunky looking specimens.
Spunk rats. I do my sexy dance for you.
Did you just say spunk rats?
Spunk rats.
I didn't think we'd be out here at the Albany Convict Gaol going, look at these two spunk
Spunk
rats.
Oh, yes. That's a nice piece of human arse right there. Look at that. Oh, don't. Well, you can.
No, I was posing for the
Oh, I
person.
thought you were gonna fart.
No.
You can't do that here.
No, I was posing.
I'd like to know what country you served. Is that a train? You sound like a train horn, not a car.
There is a railroad right next door, isn't there?
Yeah,
I've not heard a train the whole time though.
no. But it's like going into morning time now. Yep, it's a train.
Oh yeah?
We can't really listen to an EVP back.
No.
Wish we had the spirit box now.
Yeah, I will say, like, I don't know how much more. Like, tank is on running on empty, which makes sense. It's past 4 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah.
That's a long time to be doing this.
Yeah.
I like trains.
It's a really weird sounding train.
It's probably Thomas the Tank or his friend James. Oh, not again.
How do we always end up here?
What's with jails and trains?
I know. Every time. Why is there always jails next to train tracks?
I don't know.
What about the exit off to the side? What about this one?
Or do we do the thing where we all just turn around and walk through the door?
Yeah, should we do it?
You right there? Yeah. Are you okay then?
Oh, look. Let's go. Let's go, go. Single.
After you, Jason. After you.
you.
You should go through the threshold first.
You know what we should be doing? We should just be doing like the YMCA or something.
Let's go. Oh my god.
Now you guys are getting a little bit. It should be GAOL.
And I believe we also had writing over here somewhere. I just can't find it right now. We also seem to have an outline of a person. Just
Let's see the
here.
Ice cream. Okay.
Yep.
Okay.
I'm going to have to apologise to Jay for that later, but I screwed that on properly. That's a bit... That bit. That bit's still in it, because this is the brace.
Okay.
You guys need to be a lot closer together for this camera, or go further back, away from me. I can't go further back because there's a door and a camera.
We don't need these open, do we? Oh, that was my fault. I forgot he was there.
Yeah, we do that one. Why are we closing it?
Because I just wanted to get back in.
Where are we going to put it?
No, that's where Boo sits though.
That was Boo's spot.
No, can we...
On the door.
Okay.
I had Boo.
Sorry, Boo.
Sitting so good.
We look dishevelled.
I look like Uncle Fester.
Alrighty.
Because my arm's not that long. Is that what it is?
If I film
Do you just do it for this bit? Because
Yeah.
my arms are too fucking short.
Alrighty. So right here is the hole. And all 4 of us are about to go to the hole with only one infrared camera. We're going to be in the pitch black dark, what it was probably going to be feeling like, and see what happens essentially. And
Yeah.
I'm not sure how smart of an idea this is, but it gives us a general feeling of what it would have been like.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. But I'll film you walking in
Yeah.
first, just to get that.
Torches on or off for that?
Off.
I mean, I know there's equipment on the floor and I can't see it, so...
Okay, maybe turn it on then.
I'm honestly pooing.
There's a door there.
This off the corner.
Can I please not be near the bell? That's all I ask.
You go at the front.
Because the bell's there.
Well,
Yeah.
the bell can be moved, it's not in place.
Yeah.
Alrighty. Oh, it does feel heavy in here.
I am getting major head spins and I feel like I want to throw up.
Alright, we need to close the flap, guys. If anyone's got some light
Yeah.
or something. I can't hold the camera and do that. I think it has to be done from the outside, actually. Kim, are you sure that you want to be in there?
Not really. I don't want to be alone either. Well, that's fine.
I don't think there's anything to hold it closed.
Yeah, come on in.
And then once it's closed, it should be okay.
Oh, spinning hard. Spinning so hard.
What you're looking at right now is 4 of us in the back wall of the hole. And it's pretty cramped with 4 of us in here. Granted, we're trying to get in frame. The lens is pointed back. All we can really see is the 3 little red dots of where the camera is.
To show how dark it is, Jay, can you say how many fingers I'm holding up? 2.
Okay. This, I think, is probably by far the most unreal thing we've ever done. Well, there you go.
That was a lot of fun.
An experience. The black hole.
Yeah.
Like Kim was like saying in the video, I'm honestly pooing. Like, we left it till last, which meant that we were probably at our most vulnerable.
Yeah.
Because of the no energy.
We were so tired and so drained by the time we got there.
I think we went in there at 5:30 in the morning.
Yeah. Would we do that differently next time? Maybe. I think that we were really... we were more leaning in towards the fact that if we went in there early, that the cell itself could drain our energy quite badly and make us feel quite off. And we didn't want that to impact the whole rest of our investigation.
True. Yeah.
If anyone is wondering why we left it till the last minute when it's such a cool place, that was our reason why.
Yeah.
And that probably meant that we didn't investigate in there as much as we could have.
Yeah.
But the experience of it and just the stuff, like what we did do, was pretty incredible.
Yeah, I mean, when you think of things that we've done on our channel, we've had, weird feelings in places before. Sunset Hospital, being choked there, doing lone vigils in places, the Newcastle jail split in cells and stuff like that. As far as that stuff is concerned, this, I think, was a step above that.
Yeah.
This was on another level. And it could be bad, for like individually to go in there.
Yeah.
But for all 4 of us to go in there and be even more cramped and claustrophobic in that.
Yeah.
I felt more... I don't suffer from claustrophobia or anything like that, but I felt worse with all of us in there than I probably would have with one of us in there.
Yeah.
Because you realised how much space you didn't have.
And when you think about the fact that they put 20 people in that cell together.
I mean, we had 4 of us in that back wall, and like you and Star had to be somewhat in front of me and Kim because we all 4 of us couldn't be at the back of the cell.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
And like Jess was asking how many died for. Yeah, like how many died there? There was at least 3 in that one instance. And I know of a story of at least one other death that happened there, but we weren't able to verify it. And that was that after the black hole had been decommissioned, that an officer actually, like when it was being used as a jail at this point, not as the original convict depot, that an officer did lock somebody in there overnight, and that the man was like just screaming and scared, and he just did not want to be in there. And he was like, I'm not alone in here. There's something in here with me. There's something with me. And the story goes that in the morning, when they opened that cell up again, that man was dead, and that he just had a horrified look on his face, like he'd just died from fright or something terrible had happened, but he was in there alone. And that story gives me chills. And that story, like I said, I wasn't able to find any documentation for that.
Is that the diaries?
I'm not sure actually where that one came from.
I think it may have been a diary.
Yeah. But it was pretty horrific. And when I think about the idea of us just sitting in there alone, or one of us sitting in there on our own, that's scary shit.
Yeah, it is. I mean, if we were to do anything different, I would love to put someone in there under in Estes in the hole. I think that like the person in the hole in Estes and then the people asking questions outside the cell would be horrifying. Because imagine being in there, you already feel small, you already can't see, and then having just that go through. Crazy. Diary. I think it was diary.
It might have been diary.
Because we found a lot more information out after the scout, because when we did the tour through with Andrew, he told us a lot when we were down for the investigation.
Yeah.
Shout out to Andrew, by the way. What a legend, because he shared a lot of stuff with us that we couldn't find. And a lot of stories and stuff. So
yeah. Honestly, when we arrived in Albany for this, it was pretty funny. We met with Andrew and Grant from the Albany Historical Society. Shout out to them if they happen to be here or do see this. And I think the first thing after hello was just questions. I had so many unanswered questions.
Grant was waiting for Andrew to get there.
Yeah.
And just absolutely slapped him with about 17 questions.
Some of which they weren't even sure of yet. So they had to go and like sort of go away and try and find out a bit more information for us. Or Andrew had some extra information and stuff like that. Just from little bits that were unanswered from my research. Yeah. And Star also helped a lot with that research too. That was a definite joint effort. And we did dig deep and still had 101 questions for them. Yeah. And they delivered, so...
I think they were kind of shocked, because when you hit Grant with a few questions, I think he was a bit dumbfounded at how much research that we actually went to do. Because I mean, normally in this field, I know people love just the paranormal investigating and having those spooky interactions or experiences and that. But, like, we really, like, fine-tune as much as we could on that place. And do you know what?
And he's giving me, like, the tourism, like, you know, the tour guide talk, and I'm just like, yep, I know. But this bit here wasn't in the information. Like, what about these bits?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it was kind of cool. I mean, the whole in general, awesome place to investigate. But understandably, we had so much ground to cover, and the first time being there, what could we take away from this location?
Yeah,
pressure's off. If we go back to the Albany jail, which I'm sure we will at some stage, we would definitely be a lot more experimentative with some of the places and some of the things we do, because we have covered a lot of ground now. So it will be a little bit different, but a good different.
Yeah.
Like, because we wanted to do the male and female ward split, where we have 2 in the females and 2 in the males, and we never got around to going back and doing that.
No.
And you'll hear when we're in the female cell blocks, we say we're going to try and come back.
Yeah.
And we never do. That's because we planned on doing that split, but we were at the hangman's getting stuff coming through, and it just led to, whatever it led to, what we got done.
Yeah. You underestimate how long it takes in some areas sometimes, I think. Like, you've really got to just sit and settle in and see what comes. So, also, I really need to thank Jess for your comment on my nails, because I have, like, been low-key waiting for somebody to notice my nails, and not right now, they look terrible right now, but before investigations, because that is, like, the one girly thing that I do. I'm like, it's gonna happen. Someone's gonna comment on my nails eventually. Someone commented on my eyeliner once, but not my nails.
Yeah, that's it. I love that I was wearing all these like band shirts and always in black, and then the first time I wore a white shirt, which was the Alfred Hitchcock's The Bird shirt, they were like, "Oh my god, that shirt!" And I was like, "That was the one shirt that I thought was just like, eh." But it's the one that everyone was like, "Yeah, The Bird." So I was like, what? And I wore that because of the Corellas and 2J, but like as a joke. But yeah, I mean, we covered a lot of ground. I mean, some of that behind's like Kim's a vibe. We love Kim because a lot of that behind the scenes content is just Kim dancing or doing things. We have fun.
It's the best energy to bring.
It's the best energy to bring to a location. That's where I was going.
Yeah.
You get in, you get out what you put in, essentially. And we threw everything we could at the jail.
Yeah.
Every ounce of energy we had, and like Star says, giving 4 people's energy with none of us able to really fight back.
Yeah.
Is crazy. Cloudy, hello.
Hello.
So yeah, we gave everything we could, and you know, putting all that in, you get a whole bunch out, and we got some really accurate documented evidence out of this location.
Yeah.
Some of this was really on par. I mean, really on par. Crazy close to literally documented proof.
Yeah. We've maybe once before gotten evidence this close to like documented history. And it was like, but this time it was throughout the investigation. And
some of it we even confirmed during the investigation, which is even crazier.
It's crazy. So we can't wait to show you this stuff, because I think a lot of it is in our video, but just putting it all together at once is, it's incredible.
Blows your mind. So we're going to flick to that. Get ready for your questions, because when we come back, we'll talk a bit about the factual stuff. Then we're going to throw it to a Q&A. So get your questions ready. It was wild on how much the spirits talked and interacted with all the talks. Yes. Yeah, it was crazy. Hey, thanks, Cloudy, for the question. But yes, we'll put that up soon. Love Jason dance moves.
Yeah.
But yeah, we'll flick to that. Get your questions ready, because we'll be back with a Q&A after. But some of this stuff, I can't believe we captured, and I'm super proud that as a team, we managed to really connect the dots at this location. So all right. Enjoy.
I'm upset.
Can you tell us what has upset you? I'm sorry to hear that you're upset. Would you like to talk about it? Would you like to tell us what's upsetting you?
We just had the word tell.
Okay.
Tell? Okay.
We're listening, Hazel.
If you can tell us what's upsetting you, then we might be able to acknowledge that. If it's us that's upsetting you, we might be able to change what we're doing. But maybe it's something completely different. But it would be helpful if you want us to know you're upset, if you would let us know why.
Assault.
That is a very fair reason to be upset. We're sorry that happened.
Did I say assault?
Assault.
Many other souls.
There are a lot of souls in this place, I'm guessing.
Yeah.
He killed.
He killed. I mean, that doesn't surprise me if there's the soul of somebody who killed.
Military.
That's actually quite impressive.
Yeah.
He killed, who was it? Someone of military.
I'm buried close by.
Could be someone buried in the memorial cemetery.
There is a cemetery very, very close to here.
Yeah.
I know 2 people who are buried there along with, I think, 2 of their children. And that is Patrick and Mary Taylor.
Yeah.
But who's to say that some of the people that worked here, maybe McGovern,
Yeah.
not sure where they are buried, but even convicts who passed,
Yeah, what happened to them?
I don't know what happened to.
Yes.
Their bodies. It didn't alarm me.
Yes, though. Like straight up yes. You don't get that very often.
Yeah.
I got full body chills. Thank you for confirming that for us.
Lie.
Blood?
Liar.
Liar. Snow could be referring to someone that's come from a colder place.
So, I don't know if they came from the cold place on a horse.
Kill.
Did you have kill?
Kill.
Yeah.
Wasn't there a story connected to this place about someone on a horse who murdered?
Someone who they blamed the murder on that a horse had killed them.
It said liar.
Exactly.
Someone moving around?
Yeah, that's me. Sorry, I have to move my leg out from under me.
I'm going to take the time to move my legs too then.
I just got the word mum. Are you a mother? Or are you talking to your mum? Sorry, that would be more likely. What's your mum's name? Do you know her name? Or do you just call her mum?
I'm actually getting tears to my eyes.
Is that from the wind, or are you feeling emotional?
Emotional, actually.
Do you? Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Don't know if you can see it in my eyes.
Yeah, I can.
Yeah. I'm almost lost for words a bit. And it's really weird because I feel like I should have taken a moment of silence where I stand here rather than coming in here and turning a noisy object on.
Okay.
Really making me tear up, hey? Of all spots, I didn't think this would be the spot.
Yeah. You could be picking up on the feelings of the person who was hanged. Maybe he was innocent of the things that he was accused of. You could be picking up on the feelings of a child that had to watch this, that didn't want to. You know, what child would want to watch this?
The hangman himself.
The hangman, yep.
But what's interesting as well is the devices going off in those 2 rooms. Granted, they're spirit talkers, but the dead bell has gone off.
Yeah.
Is that I am a male.
Interesting. Oh, dead bell.
I
It gets
just
me
said-
every time.
I just said.
Thank you for ringing that. Right before that went off, it said refuse.
That's interesting.
Because maybe they are refusing to speak with you.
Yeah.
That's quite interesting, isn't it?
Because if you think about it, right, the males that they probably had to deal with were probably the staff.
True.
Also, they're probably here because of evil men,
Yeah.
you know, or because they couldn't survive, you know, without doing things they didn't want to do.
Yeah.
For me.
And by all means, I'm definitely not one of those people. Can I ask, what is your connection here? What connects you to this spot right here in the now?
History.
What connects you to this place? History.
Yeah. History. What was your history here?
Can you give us a year?
Keeping my little noggin warm.
What year were you here in this place?
This comes out with a date, straight up. Like,
That'd be so cool.
Everett.
every time it just goes to names. Yeah, I'll take over camera for a bit. You've got some good questions going on, so.
Okay.
Don't go.
No, I'm not planning on going.
We're here to talk.
Keep talking to us and we'll stay. I actually really appreciate this chat we're having because I feel like it's responsive to what we're asking.
Thank God.
Photos.
Photos. Okay.
Is your photo up in this?
Is your photo on the wall? Can you tell us which room your photo is in? Where's your photo?
See.
Is it hanging
We
up?
can see it. So maybe we could, yeah. Maybe they're saying we can see it.
It was like, it's a photo, and I was like, is it here? And you're like, where can we find it? See. Me and Kim were obviously just outside where the hanging was, and we had the name Everett come through. We had Joe and then Everett. We've come in here, and I just thought I'll place a cat ball up here, and it says the life and military record of Major Eric Samuel Everett. Now, funny we found Everett in here. We did have Joe and then Everett. There's no reason to say that they are, you know, related, those two, like, back to back. But it is funny that Everett is here. The name Everett has some significance. And the medals. Private Reginald John Neal. Okay.
Up here though. Major Eric Samuel Everett was born on the 5th of May 1895 in North Adelaide, South Australia. Youngest child to Edward Gamble Everett and Anne Maria Elizabeth Everett. 2 years of age. Does it say anything about any other siblings? Everett family.
I'm just saying he was awarded the Military Cross. Here, is it the Military Cross? Oh, that was my bag.
You know what?
What?
Didn't you guys get a photo?
We did.
There's a photo of Everett.
I mean, there's one here.
Oh, it's one up there too, is there?
This would be him here.
Oh, of course, yeah.
If we go across here, Everett's bronze life-saving medallion. Everett.
Mm-hmm.
It's all Everett.
It's all about Everett. That is so interesting.
The significance of Everett coming through.
When we hadn't even been in this room yet. We didn't even realise.
Alrighty. Well, there we go. hello, Hunt Ventures and Lauren, who have joined us. Hello, welcome in. Alive is very different. We've done a couple now. We're utilising every aspect of the social media platform we can. I know it's a bit different because we don't normally get to talk about stuff like this. Like, we put the video up and then you watch it, but you kind of get our take. And the Everett thing blows my mind. I can't believe we had a full-on back-and-forth conversation with me, Kim, and Everett. I don't know how we managed to find exactly all those pieces of the puzzle together.
Our surprise when we went into that war memorial room and actually saw Everett. And, like, often in locations you get common names come through as well. Like, you know, the number of Marys that we've communicated with is pretty crazy. But, like, Everett is a very, you know, it's not a super common name. And the fact that they literally had an entire stand there dedicated to Major Eric Samuel Everett right after we were getting direct communication from him is just...
I think it's one of those things, isn't it, really, where you go, okay, it's just Spirit Talker. Right, and a lot of people would say, hey, it's just Spirit Talker. We know Spirit Talker is... we know Spirit Talker is kind of like riding that fence. It's like you either are for it, you're against it, or you just sit on the fence and take certain bits with a grain of salt. I would put that on the line to say that I reckon we were talking with Everett, Major Everett. And the reason why is, like, yes, he didn't have anything to do with the jail. He had nothing to do with the convict jail, nothing to do with any of that stuff. To me, it's the most uncommon name it could have possibly chosen. Yeah. To me, it's like, it's the perfect example of, is there a trigger object that is tying someone to a location?
Yeah.
Now, we hear about that being a thing.
His family photos are there, his war medals are there. Other bits and pieces of his belongings, just...
I mean, if you were you went to war. Now, keep in mind, he was in both World Wars.
He was,
World War I and World War II. He was in both. So, if anything was going to tie you to an object, war medals, you think, would be one of them. Yeah. Now, we hear about the trigger object stuff, but I think that is a perfect example of a spirit being tied to a location through an object. Yeah. And I think that is the only one on our channel I reckon we can confirm that is the case.
Yeah, I'd say so. There's really no other reason for Everett to be tied to that building.
No,
specifically.
Not at all. He had nothing to do with the building, really.
No.
I'm scared that you could hear a spirit saying "mum" as if it was a child or something like that. Yes! Thank you, Cloudy. Yeah, that was crazy, the fact that it was saying, you know, mum and like mother, maybe you were a child, and then hearing almost like a child's spirit's voice come through the spirit box.
Yeah, that mummy is just chilling, hey? And it's like, oh.
It's like, why is a child there? But then we know there is child deaths there.
There were child deaths there. Most of them infant. But also, like, a good point that you guys talked about at the hangman spot was that they actually had a class full of children come and watch that hanging when Peter McKeon was hung for the murder. They actually, from the local school, asked if they could have a class of children come and watch the hanging. And that is just so weird to me. But I don't know, like, I don't even know if that's something like that sticks with somebody.
Yeah, that's it, for sure.
You know, and that sort of, that cry for help of like, I don't like this.
Yeah.
It could be anything, really.
Yeah, as well. And to mention Lauren there goes away to find out it's possible, message love behind it, that's staying in some places. Message our channel.
Yeah.
We've got a couple of places. If you send us a private message, we've got a couple of places, some haunted pubs and stays that you can actually stay at overnight. One of them in particular that we love.
One of our favourite places.
One of our favourite places if you want to stay there. So,
Yeah.
Lauren, if you just want to message the channel, we can hands down help you out if need be.
Yeah.
So many accurate evidence. I mean, in the cell, in the female wards with, like...
They're upset and then, tell us why.
Yeah.
Assault. Many others' souls. He killed military. That just tells me a story straight up. And connecting those pieces after the fact and realizing how much of it was tied together, it's like somebody has just told me that they were assaulted and that so were many other souls. They were killed by a man who was in the military, by the sounds of it, which strangely enough, the original warders were pensioner guards when it was a convict jail. So I don't know if that's related. Their pensioner guards are all ex-military. May or may not be related, but it's a story from start to finish there, and we don't always get that, so...
Definitely a very good bedtime story. Yeah, not wrong.
Yeah, bedtime stories, that's what we're here for.
That's what we're here. But now, I mean, let's open up the Q&A. We're getting a couple of questions come through. So should we open up the Q&A?
Yes, yeah. Q&A time, guys.
So get your questions in. We'll answer as much as we can. We'll start off with Hunt's here. Thoughts on the Clackline Refractory. Now, we've done a scout on the Clackline Refractory. We got a really cool EVP during our scout there.
Yeah.
Which clear as day help come through that was not us speaking.
Yeah.
So
of course we went back.
Yeah, we went back and we did our investigation there, and that, I will say, there's a lot of ground to cover at Clackline.
Yeah.
And you have no idea what you're getting. It is a dangerous place to go at night. You cannot see a single thing.
Yeah, and there's random holes in the ground.
Random holes in the ground. But there's that one particular house. I don't know what went on in that house.
Oh my god!
But it is a weird vibe, that particular house.
And you can tell it was used as an office at one point because there was actually all paperwork strewn through one of the rooms, which you could still pick up and read some of. It was obviously completely damaged, and but yeah, one of the standing in there trying to do that EVP session. I remember I was just gone. I don't know where I went, but I was not in the room with you guys anymore. I was feeling so off. I don't know what was happening to me. But I was
tuned out. You literally were on Planet Janet. You weren't there. You were gone.
You can see it in the video. I sort of realised, but then watching back a video of yourself where you're just not really there is actually pretty crazy.
One of the things about Clackline, because we were given the tip off of Clackline by someone early on, because that was our second ever scout. That was our fourth video on the channel or something.
Really?
Yeah, because we did the Swanview Tunnel, then we did Cotman House, then we did my old place, and then I think it was Clackline Refractory.
Yeah.
So I think it's the fourth video on the channel. The scout was anyway. But what they don't know as well is dead kangaroos keep turning up in one of the houses. That's something that's not really spoken about.
And I don't know if it was that house or a different house.
But dead kangaroos turn up in one particular house, and it's no real reason for them just to be dead in the middle of that house all the time, and it's always that one house. It is weird.
Creepy. Definitely something going on at Clackline. We got some pretty dark stuff there. Hey?
We got some dark stuff. We got a real believe that someone may have been asking us to conjure up some dark shit through our devices. So so that place is a vibe, but you've got to really, if you're planning on going out there, can confirm. Yeah, there you go. If you're going out there, you really have to be cautious, because we had people turn up while we were out there, and just so happens to be. We got lucky. It wasn't anyone bad, but
there were some urbexes just exploring the area, so we had to share, which was fine. We were ready for a break, so but anything can happen out there. Yeah, it really can. All right, let's try and get to some of these questions. Who else have we? Had here.
Knight said how horrendous for Judah now to watch that. My mum as a child was taken to an abattoir in primary school, and I thought that was bad. That's really bad, actually.
It's really bad.
That's really bad.
Yeah.
Lauren, have you ever investigated anything in Northam?
We haven't yet. I've been quite interested in Northam in general because I've heard a lot. But it's not one that comes up on our radar often, to be honest. If you have anywhere that you would recommend in Northam, please do.
Yeah.
There was actually an old hospital there, but it's been demolished. And there's actually a shopping centre there now. And the nurses' quarters, I think, were still around for a while. And I heard that was very haunted. But I think it's all gone now. Doesn't exist. There's a Woolworths or something there. So,
but no, Northam is on our radar. It has been on our radar for like 6-8 months, but we just we had Albany come up, and we've obviously had other investigations that have contacted us in advance. So like what we've been reaching out to, it kind of was put on hold because we just had a bank of locations that we just had to tick off first.
Yeah.
But it definitely is there on the list. So, but if you do have any, let us know.
Let us know.
We'll look into it. Cloudy, how many places have you investigated at? There's actually a few now. There's obviously we film for stuff on the channel that hasn't been released.
We'd have to add them up.
I reckon we've done at least. I reckon we've done at least 20 locations.
Yeah, something
at
like
least
that.
20 locations.
Because if you look at just areas, even we've done the Olive Estate. That's actually a couple of different buildings. We've done obviously 2 private homes. We've done Swanview Tunnel, Kalamunda. I don't know if anyone's adding this up as I go because I can't keep track. Then, of course, we've done our Albany stuff, which was quite a few locations there. And we've done 4 locations in 2J as well.
Oh, thank you very much. The great one, Julio, has subscribed. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
I appreciate it.
So yeah, it's definitely, it would be up there at about 20, I think.
Yeah, about 20. I'd say about 20 now.
Yeah.
It's funny when they said in Perth that there was nowhere to investigate.
Yeah. So wrong. There's plenty still in Perth. We've barely gotten to what's in Perth because we've been busy out at 2J and Albany.
Yeah, and a few little places in between.
Yeah.
Kim, got your eyes on any new technology? Oh, there's always eyes on technology. I mean, we have our wish list of stuff that we do want.
We do.
But as we found out, like some of the most technological stuff isn't necessarily always the best stuff either. Like the most basics of things can be just as good.
But on our wish list, we've got the Ovilus.
The Ovilus 5 is just that is like the god tier of equipment for paranormal.
So if anyone has like a spare grand that they'd like to donate towards equipment fund, Ovilus.
We'll take it. We'll take it.
What else? What was that other one? Is it the Puck?
Oh, the Flux 2?
Flux 2.
The Flux 2, yeah. We looking at the Flux 2, it's like a spirit can kind of stand on either side and the sensor allows it to kind of give yes-no responses based on standing wherever you are.
Interesting one because it uses a lot of different sensor inputs, not just EMF.
Yeah.
So it, based on like EMF, temperature, various other... Can't remember how many, but
you can kind
interesting one.
You can kind of switch it up as well. I think it allows you now that you can turn some of those off and only use some of them.
Ooh.
And not all of them. So like,
I like it.
So they're getting a bit more creative, and I think we're getting to more of the advanced equipment stage now.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Oh, and of course, one of those the bears.
The Boo Bears.
The Boo Bear. Yeah, I'd love a Boo Bear. We thought of making our own from Boo, but it would require us to cut up Boo, and that would be a bit sad. So yeah, the Boo Bear is the one with the little lights in it. So it's like an EMF detector, but it's literally inside a soft cuddly bear, so great for child spirits, great for anybody. Like I'd go and pick up a bear, to be honest. Like I don't think these things are child exclusive.
We carry Boo around. Boo, we've got Boo and Chirpy up on the shelf behind us, and so, and we do have another plush investigator coming to the channel sometime soon.
Do we?
Yeah, a guest for one investigation.
Oh, we do.
So be on the lookout. Boo gets a friend. we've also got here, do you plan on doing the tunnel again? I'm guessing it's Swanview Tunnel. Well, we have never properly filmed it for Afterlife Party.
No.
It was the first video on our channel for Afterlife Party, but we were not the Afterlife Party. I didn't even know you.
Yeah, yep.
We didn't even know each other. Afterlife Party didn't even exist. And I think we've told that story a few times now.
Yeah.
I won't go into huge detail, but it's a hard location to do. You can't control
is.
foot traffic. These are kind of like the best times to go because it's nicer outside and that, but there's so much foot traffic. You do it on a weekend, you're buggered.
Yeah.
It's one of those really difficult places.
Definitely something we want to do. We've just got to find the right time because as well, like in summer, it's great, but the easterly winds up there are insane and that will influence our investigation. In winter, obviously you've got the rain and water in the tunnel to contest with. Everything in between, it's obviously quite busy because the weather's nice and it's just... I think it's all about finding the right time for Swanview Tunnel,
Yeah.
but will we do it? Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. Give it the proper Afterlife Party treatment.
And security is a bit of a risk as well, something that we have to think about.
Yeah, for sure.
With all of our equipment and people just wandering in.
We'll hire personal security guards. They can wear sunglasses at night and earpieces.
Hey, so long as they know how to be absolutely dead still and very quiet.
Yeah. I couldn't do that.
No, you couldn't.
Old York Hospital will be good to investigate. That's the dream. That's always what we said from day one. That's the mecca of places in WA, I think.
York is on the radar for sure.
York is on the radar for sure.
So
we haven't
fingers crossed
overlooked
something
that
comes through
at
there.
all. Would you do Sunset again? Paranormal Perth. That's where we met you guys. We did Sunset together. It's kind of hard to imagine it's over a year ago now.
I know.
That's where I got choked out.
Yeah, which is actually the very next thing from Cloudy there is, you know, what could you do?
Do you know what? Yes, I would do Sunset again. Yeah, I would. It would be awesome to have access to some of the buildings, just to be able to cut off some of the noise you can't control, like the boats that go out and the birds and all the rest.
Very noisy location, actually, with
very
the
noisy
possums.
location. The possum was being shit scared from our and sitting off our REM pod. It was hilarious. He was trying to go across the bench and just could not get there.
That was pretty good.
And then we had the random gecko that popped out of the table, like in our phasm. Yeah.
And there was a rat running around under the table too.
It's a mission. I would go back, yes. I have a lot more questions that I want answered out of that place, which tends to be the norm. But yes, I would.
Choking thing is definitely a bit of a scare though, because we've heard that that's happened to other investigators since.
At Sunset.
At
yes.
Sunset. At least twice since. So, you know, that's always a risk, I think, with that location. And all we can do to answer that question as well is just be as respectful as possible. What's that?
Thank
you so much.
Oh my god, that's our very first super chat. That is a donate. Thank you very much for the donation. You really didn't need it. We've never received one before.
We haven't. We appreciate that so much.
Thank you. You don't need to do. Oh, thank you. That's the very first thing we've ever been donated from being in the YouTube partnership program.
It is.
Oh wow, that is crazy. Thank you so much. You didn't need to do that. Thank you.
You're gonna make Jason cry.
I'm not gonna cry, but that is crazy. That's something I never thought I'd see the day of happening.
Yeah.
It's just kind of surreal.
Thank you.
Thank you. Have you thought about making a spreadsheet, says Knight,
all the
of all the words come up on the Spirit Talker? That's a hell of a task.
Wow. You know what? That is a great idea, though. And I do want to do a lot more with our Spirit Talker words than what we do. I often do go back and try and get a list of everything that's come through on an investigation. One of our Spirit Talkers is unfortunately a bit old and doesn't save a log, so that's a little bit more tricky. We actually have to go through the video and get all of that. But I love the idea. Yeah. We're trying to use the one that has an actual, that does save the log more often now.
Yeah.
Make that our primary Spirit Talker.
We kind of do now.
Two.
We kind of do now.
Yep.
Yeah.
Which will make that sort of thing a lot easier.
Yeah.
I like it.
I like it. Good idea. Okay, Hunt says we'll definitely message you guys, have a place you guys can investigate in Northern. Perfect, thank you.
Oh, thank you.
It says, and I'll message you, Lauren. Thank you. Yeah, guys, come in. Like, we're happy to if you guys know places, like, we're happy to go try and check them out and see what's up. Like, we love that stuff.
Yeah.
Have you ever done schools or old abandoned shops? It's funny you said that, Cloudy, because I always said I wanted to do a school.
Yeah.
Like schools would be insane. Like, they're just creepy. You shouldn't be there at nighttime. You just feel like you're intruding in a weird space. And like...
We had a lot of fun when we did our scout video at the old Kalamunda schoolhouse.
Yeah.
That has not yet been confirmed as an investigation location for us, but it's definitely on our radar, as well as another school that we're looking at hopefully doing this year.
Yes, yes, it actually does. Yeah, so...
They are old schoolhouses.
So, Cloudy, that might actually become a thing. And I remember I said I really wanted to do a school, and you cheekily said, so you can learn something. This one. Woodman Point would love Woodman Point to get into the old hospital. Like, when I said earlier in the stream I found the tapes.
Yeah.
In those tapes, I was actually at Woodman Point and was in the shower block, actually in the old hospital too. If I can just pull a short out from some of that footage, that would be awesome, because I did actually get to see it. It was awesome. But that would be cool.
Ooh, Kalgoorlie. Oh, I love that as an idea, honestly. We haven't ventured that far out yet. It is a long drive, longer than Albany. So... But, oh my God, the locations there, I can't even imagine the pubs. Just the pubs alone would be incredible.
Yeah.
But also, like, that whole area of the goldfields, you have so much hardship and so much just unfortunate death through accidents, through mining accidents. And the early days, you go there. I went on a great trip to the goldfields when I was younger, and I absolutely loved it. You know, you see all those abandoned mine shafts that are literally just, you know, as narrow as a person and held up with little timber frames. And I just can't even imagine of the things that would have happened there and how much potential there is for paranormal activity.
I've checked out Kalgoorlie as well. I did an old, we did an old wrestling road trip through there. I wrestled in Kalgoorlie, and we got to see around. It was pretty cool.
Yeah.
Kalgoorlie would be awesome. People sleep on WA, really. I know some of them you got to drive quite far, but you make the most of it, you know, like we did for Albany. You know, you do what you got to do.
We might have to go on a trip to Kalgoorlie soon.
That's it. Take it on the road again.
Sounds like fun.
Yeah. I'll sell an organ to get you guys an Oculus 5. Kim, keep your organs. We need your organs. We need your organs all in there.
We got $10 in the piggy bank for it now.
Yeah, we have. We'll make sure that $10 from Hunt goes towards our investigations. We will.
No, it will, definitely.
Sophia said Boo gets a friend. Yes, Boo does get a friend. You should call Boo's friend King Boo. You should make Boo's friend King Boo. We actually do have a King Boo plushie.
We do.
We actually do now.
Yeah.
But has not come out. No, it wasn't King Boo, but that's a good shout. We love our Nintendo, so and like Paranormal Purses, we love Boo. Boo is just an accidental mascot that has just, it's just come with us on the journey and has now just stayed with us. It's crazy that Boo's become a thing now. So Hunt, just showing appreciation for the effort you guys put into investigation supplies for quality content. We really do appreciate that once again. That's crazy.
Will Jason cry? I love that that's a question here now.
No. I'm not good. Spreadsheets are my heroine. Can't believe it's.
I don't mind a good spreadsheet as well, personally. So we can compare spreadsheets.
Yeah. So we got Mika Thera. Is it Corda and Mora is nice also. Cool. There we go.
Alrighty, sweet. Good to know.
We got a few. Yeah. Alright. Well, thanks for your questions, guys. That's like. And, like, we really appreciate it. Like, utilizing, I know that for some people doing live streams is about, doing investigations live. We find it hard to do that because a lot of filming on phones, which we kind of swear off of. So we use our live streams for a lot more different stuff where we can. And this is kind of our way of doing our spin on live streams, is bringing you along and hearing the stories behind the videos and stuff like that. So...
Did we have a couple of questions come through before, or are we?
Nikki,
we've done everything. We've covered them.
Nikki did send one. She goes, "Did we ever get an answer to the carrot question?" No, Nikki, we didn't get an answer to whether or not they liked carrots.
Or onions, for that matter.
We're
still waiting.
We're still waiting. People probably have no idea what we mean about carrots. Our Albany jail, or our trip to Albany, was introduced by lovely Suno AI for our music, and the greatest song ever, the Country Carrot Saga, just stuck in our heads the whole time. And none of you guys will ever know what we're talking about.
But... Oh, hi, Lynn.
Hi, Lynn. How do we do donations, as I can't see anything on here? You'll have to ask Hunt Ventures. I have no idea. I don't know.
This is new to us.
This is very new.
But we very much appreciate... We appreciate it so much. Thank you.
Oh, stop it.
Thank you.
You guys rock. I'm moving over there soon and can't wait to start checking out places. Your time and expertise that goes into your vids is amazing.
Oh, amazing. Where do you live, Lauren?
Oh, that is way too kind. Guys, stop. You don't... Like, we appreciate it, don't get us wrong, but, we never...
We never set out for that.
We never set out for that.
But honestly, it will all go into this will go towards our investigations, for sure. Whether it's equipment, fuel, at times we need, like in Albany, we needed accommodation. It all, mostly batteries, to be honest, actually, are our biggest expense.
Yeah, everything's crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Spirits love draining batteries, and so
we always need to use fresh ones. Every investigation, we can't
batteries.
use partly used ones, stuff like that.
So yeah, that's probably our biggest expense.
I'm an honorary sand groper. The cold beer and banana milk sold me. And the sunsets. Yes. Well, we will welcome you with open arms, Lauren. Thank you.
Yes.
That's very, very kind of you to do that. We appreciate it. But yeah, I can't remember if there's any other questions. We'll give you guys a second to ask something if you want to ask something. But I
think it's time that we go into our next behind the scenes.
Yeah, that gave me an idea. How much do you spend just on batteries?
Oh
honestly,
it's not unusual for us to go to the shops and spend a good $80 just on batteries
for an investigation. Yeah,
and they might last us, depending on how many investigations we
maybe
do.
Two.
Yeah, it could last us a few investigations. No, not one. Like, they'll definitely $80 worth. That would last us probably 2 or 3 investigations.
Yeah,
pretty easily.
But when you're doing one weekend,
for a whole weekend,
gone. So yeah, that's it's, and the more equipment we get, the more batteries we need. So back in the day, $80 of batteries would get us 5 investigations.
Yeah, but now we have more equipment.
Now we have more equipment, and
also there are some things that are rechargeable in our equipment, but which is tempting to go for more things that just we can plug in and charge. But when it comes to things that you charge up, you never know when that battery's on its way out. Like, is something draining quicker because the battery's on its way out? Like, as you know, with your phone, it never has the same battery life as it does, when you bought it 2 years later. So it's the same thing with anything that's rechargeable, and that kind of can detract from what could potentially be evidence of battery drain when we experience things like that. So we do really try to stick with fully charged, fresh batteries of good quality, and we pay for it.
Oh yeah.
But it's worth it. It's worth it. It's totally worth it.
It's
part of what we do.
It is part of what we do. And how much time per week do you spend editing vids and researching? And what got you into investigating? All right. Started investigating. Honestly, we actually got asked these questions on a podcast.
We did, yeah.
Yeah, if you haven't checked it out, what's it? The Unknown and Unacknowledged podcast? Yes. Yeah. We got asked this question. Check it out, actually. That was really interesting. That was a really fun chat, actually. It's quite a bit of behind the scenes stuff with our starter, how this channel started,
Yeah.
investigating. It's funny because ever since I was younger, I got into, like, music was a big source, and then finding punk music, and then horror punk music, and then it was like all things about, you know, Frankenstein and zombies and death and blah blah blah, and then that kind of just spurred on an interest, which then found the TV show Most Haunted, which, funny enough, I watched with my mum. Of all the people, me and my mum would sit down. I was way too young to be watching that shit, but I would always sit up with mum in the evening and watch Most Haunted, and that's a throwback to, you know, I think that was like early, like 2000 or 2001 when that started. So that was early. And from there, the interest just grew. I had an experience when my grandpa passed away, and I feel like he came in visitation. And that's when I started asking most questions on trying to validate my experience. And then that led me to trying to get a team together for years. You saw the little tapes on our Facebook.
Yeah.
Blah, blah, blah. Tried it multiple times and finally got off the ground with the Afterlife Party. So, yeah.
And I think, like, similarly for me, my interest in paranormal activity sort of came from an interest in horror. Like, that's sort of where it started, but just the idea that, you know, as an adult then, learning that, good night, what was I saying? Oh yeah, the idea of as an adult, when I found Ghost Adventures, of all the TV shows, I found Ghost Adventures, and just watching stuff like that and being like, is this real? Like, I want to believe these people, but is it real? Like, and ever since then, I've wanted to give it a go myself, and just like the little skeptic in me wants to see it for myself. And that's now what I get to do, and it's amazing. It's the best thing ever. You know, and I always say I'm not really skeptical about existence of the paranormal, because there's a lot in this world that we don't understand and can't explain, and that's why it's paranormal. That's why it's paranormal. It exists. It happens. What I'm skeptical of sometimes is our interpretation of the equipment, the devices that we use sometimes or that, you know, everybody uses to kind of say this is paranormal or this has got to be this. And so for me, that's my interest, is like, are we really getting evidence of communication with the afterlife? And, you know, I can thankfully say that I believe we are.
Yeah, and we're very lucky to have, you know, our journey has been amazing, but we're very lucky to investigate some of the places we've been invited to investigate and have investigated just sometimes by sheer luck. And a lot of people would sometimes kill for some of that. Oh, Lynn.
Oh, thank you, Lynn. You guys are so amazing. I can't believe this.
I know. What's going on? Help. We're very lucky to have, you know, been to some of the places we've been to.
Yeah. And I will say as well that, like, having a paranormal show or a YouTube channel or anything like that was never part of what I imagined for myself. Like, I love the idea of getting out there and investigating and just wanting to see things for myself. But being a part of this is just the next level. And I didn't even want to be on camera when we first started. So it's been a huge journey. And a part of it is that without you guys as viewers and without an audience, it's actually so much harder for us to get locations, because we need something to show for it. We actually need a channel behind us so that we've got something to show when we're asking for people to let us into their places. And when
you're trying to build and you've got...
They go together.
Yeah.
And they have to.
I mean, trying to take a channel like this off the ground, it is very, very difficult, because you need a resume to give to people to allow you into their locations. Because if you're going in just blind, they don't know who you are. They don't know what you're about. Like, our channel is our resume. It's our CV of what gets and what helps with our locations. But, so, like, how, you know, you didn't even... I remember when I met you and I spoke about paranormal, and you said, I have an interest in that too. And you mentioned you've been to 2J previously, and you did little bits and pieces. Nothing for camera, nothing released, but then we ended up doing All of the State as our first filmed one for Afterlife Party. And I remember you were just going to be the camera person. You did not want to be in front of the camera at all. Could you imagine the Afterlife Party with Kat always behind the camera not wanting to speak? Could you imagine that world? Because I couldn't. Your brain is like... is for this shit, you know what I mean?
If you asked me 2 years ago to imagine myself sitting here in front of this camera, I would have told you where to go.
You would have been petrified. I would have been sitting here by myself.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, I'm mindful of time. Because,
we don't want to use up all your time.
Yeah.
Someone did say, how much time per week do you spend editing
we'll
videos and researching? That's our last,
Cool.
Well,
Jaysinn does all of the editing. It's a big job, and I wish there was more I could do, but that one is definitely a one-person job. And the amount of time that you spend really comes down to how many investigations we've done. Like when we got back from Albany, Jaysinn has just been go on the editing. You have not stopped. You've literally just stopped, actually. Now that you've edited for this live stream, I think you've now stopped Albany. And we went there in September.
Well, we haven't stopped because I think we had a couple of 2Js still in the bank. We still had Albany. Then we got asked to do radio interviews.
Yeah,
so we did them.
Yeah.
We were also trying to move house. Upon moving house, we got invited for another radio interview. We're preparing for the live stream. Like, it's been constant since Albany, and like, although, like, I think we came back with about 7 I had to edit. 7 different investigations or videos.
If we try to answer the question, what is it? So, like, how many hours of footage do we have from one investigation?
Let's just say an average investigation.
5 cameras.
Yeah, so let's just say an average investigation. We're not including Albany Convict Gaol. That's longer. We were there for ages. Let's say we investigate from about 9 till 3, so 6 hours, right? That's 5 cameras for 6 hours.
You're looking 30 hours of footage.
30 hours of footage. Now, we comb them second by second, looking for whether it's shadows, things moving, audios, light anomalies, and then all of a sudden you do that on every single camera.
Yeah.
Now, that's just 30 hours of watching the footage back.
Yeah.
Now you've got to then take all the parts that you've noted down as evidence and making sure they fit in. You've then got to go out and reach out to try and find old photos, write your scripting to do your voiceovers. More
research. So we do our research first, but then we also do some afterwards as well. It's a lot. It's a lot.
I'd say per investigation, you're looking at somewhere between 100 and 130 hours.
Of editing? Yeah.
From once you've filmed to actually having a final product.
And per investigation, I reckon that depending on how hard or easy it is to find the information, maybe a good 16 hours sometimes goes into the research at times. Just looking, trying to get deeper. Occasionally going into the libraries and things like that, or talking to people, finding people to talk to. But yeah, it can take a long time.
And you can now understand why when we go to a location and when it's released, it's not released so quickly. It's because we make sure that we give you the best we can. We can't do like a week or 2 turnaround based on the fact that this actually isn't our full-time jobs. No. So it's difficult, but we love doing it. We wouldn't change any of it.
Not at all.
We're proud of what we put out.
We love it. And thank you guys, all of you in chat, for the encouragement.
Because...
Thank you.
We have come a long way. And it blows my mind to think, and it shows it's come a long way, because I remember when we looked, like, we were doing about 1,000 views a month on our channel, and the last month we did 5,000 views in 1 month. Which
is a huge achievement. Huge achievement.
And we're constantly growing, and we couldn't be growing without the community that we have here that are kind of like the real structure behind the channel, because we could keep doing this and like we love it, we'd be doing it anyway, but it's knowing that you guys are out there enjoying it, loving it, and coming along for the journey makes it just even more sweet, really. And we are genuinely appreciative of it. We do work our butts off, and I can acknowledge that, but we love what we do, and we wouldn't change it for the world. And we're just blessed to have been to some of the places we've been with two very, very lucky individuals. Yeah. In all aspects.
Definitely.
All right, should we flick to our behind the scenes video, part 2 of the Albany Convict Gaol?
Yeah.
We got some funnies in here, guys. Enjoy these. We'll be right back after this. It gives us a break to quickly have a drink of water or something.
Yeah, true.
To make it look so easy. I've tried to edit
really
videos and it gave up. I don't have the flair. I'll happily support and watch. Thank you. We appreciate it. Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, we're going to go hydrate and we'll be right back. Enjoy the video.
So the dead bell works off of EMF. It detects EMF around it with an adjustable radius. I would say that the power is onto this building, but we've tested it and it's not affecting.
So it works on EMF, there is power, but it's not affecting it.
Yeah, due to it being, it's adjustable.
Due to the adjustable range.
Yeah. And then you obviously, when you turn on your light spirits to come and approach it through the bell.
Yeah, I'm nice and
To let
loud.
us know this will get. Can you hear Jason and Kim? Is there anyone outside? I can hear talking.
Do you want me to ask
I
you
can hear talking.
They are outside because they're at the hangman.
Yeah, but is there anyone out there?
I'll have a look. Is that thing?
I mean, we probably could have just looked out the window, but. Oh, Jesus. Just get the shit out of me stuff.
I didn't touch it.
What?
It was probably still swinging by itself, but I didn't touch it. So I jumped too. There's no one out here.
Yep, you're right. There's nobody out here. They're all the way over at Hangman's, and I'm not hearing it coming from that direction. But it also sounded like the talking that I was hearing then sounded different to what came through on the EVP.
I love it. We have a police car pulling in now. Let's see if they're coming towards us. No, they're not. Alright. Now, Albany doesn't mind.
Yeah.
We do have permission to be here.
We do have permission to be here. Thankfully, we did not have to explain that to the police.
Who breaks into a jail anyway?
You've already gone into the right
Well,
place.
at one point they did say that they did have to reinforce the walls. I'm pretty sure I read this or something. That the glass around the walls, they actually put there not necessarily to stop people from getting out, but
from
to stop
getting
people
in.
from getting in. Because it was one of the most well-built buildings in Albany.
Well, without further ado,
Let's get going.
inside.
Let's
go.
do it. Let's do it. We should ask the EVP, why are there always jails next to train tracks? No idea.
I don't think
What
they'll be
I
able
was
to answer
filming.
that question.
It's just us here, the Afterlife Party, trying to find out the answers to like life's important questions.
To find out the answers to life's tastiest bites. No one else is going to get that reference but us two.
No. You know what? After saying that, anybody watching it would probably be like, oh, that must be like a really wrong joke. And it's not.
No.
It's actually not.
It's very educational, if anything.
It actually was educational.
It was. It made me Google things that I didn't know the answers to.
And we didn't end up on any kind of list for it.
That's a long ass train.
It's, yeah, yes it is. It'd be frightening.
They'd be frightened.
Frightening.
They're driving. Don't catch me frightened. We are so tired. We are seriously so tired.
We are. You and I are just laughing. Star and I were just like there's nothing bouncing. We're just like,
I think as well when you're trying to interact and you're not getting much back as well.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's hard to keep that momentum.
Can be, yeah.
Alright, train is gone.
Train has passed.
I'll listen to these.
The end of it. Sorry. Do you hear that whispering after I say alrighty, we're on?
Is what I heard.
I just hit play instead of record.
Play it again because after you finished, I heard a.
This thing's never loud enough. I just hit play instead of record.
I didn't hear it that time, but I swear at least one of those times I heard.
That's after it's like.
I heard something like
It's
that
just
as
like-
well, but I connected more to the. But I didn't
The-
hear it that last time.
It's like the little whispering sounds is what I'm thinking of, where it's just like.
Yep.
That's kind of all I'm hearing though.
Interesting.
It is.
You can have a good time. You can get your neck scratched.
Exactly right. That is the kind of energy we need to bring into this place tonight.
Yeah, I'm just leaving this rolling while she's doing that. That and I don't know how to turn it off.
That's fine. Whatever. Leave it rolling.
Okay, we're in the courtyard, and there's a plaque here which tells us what happened. Albany's hanging. Peter McKean, alias William MacDonald, was hanged in the courtyard on October 1972 for the murder of fellow ticket of leave man Yorkie Marriott, AT Slab Hut Gully near Cogenut, AT. Can I read that again?
Yeah, go.
Okay.
How about we give the EVP a go?
Yep. I just gotta remember how to use it. That's a power button.
I just switch it straight up. It starts recording.
Oh, so it should already be on.
Nah, it turns it on when you tell it to start recording. Okay. You can turn it off now. Wasn't ready to ask questions.
I was just making sure it was working.
Okay. Oh my god. My arm. You were saying is something holding me here, and I'm like, holding this camera here is burning.
We can swap if you want.
That's okay. Sorry if I hold it out here. Okay.
You cut off the top of your head.
That is gonna happen because my arms aren't long enough.
Give it another crack.
Do another one. That one's filming my bum.
Can't wait to edit this. I'm joking. To any spirits that may be here, that may be listening, that aren't connected to any of these in here, if anyone is with us, can you please say something that may be of importance on why you reside here? Bruh. I mean, I got there in the end.
Is that still going?
Yeah.
Let's listen to that one back. Because I've laughed, we've moved, all sorts of things have happened.
Any spirits that may be here. What are we filming? You wait for me to play it and then you fiddle with it.
Come on. It sounded different to me a couple of times, but not the greatest.
That could be our time.
Fuck me! You fucking fuck!
You guys have you been there long?
You just scared the absolute fuck out of me. Star is pissing themselves laughing right now.
Can that door stop? Now's not the time.
Should we do an EVP session?
Do an EVP session, yeah.
Who ended up with the EVP
I
report?
have got it in my hands.
Should I charge out, John?
No, I'm gonna do it by feel, I think.
Yeah, it's probably best.
Right, the red light say, I know, that's, I've turned it on. Alright, should we all ask a question?
Yeah.
Should we go from Star to me to Kim to Kat? Yeah?
Yeah.
We've got to make sure we stay dead still as well, so.
Yeah. We're ready?
Ready?
Mm-hmm. Is there anyone in here?
My tummy's growling, so just forgive those noises. If you were locked in this cell, can you tell me what year it was?
Is that your tummy?
That is my tummy. That is absolutely my tummy. I feel like I need to move or something. And we just like just like stretch my tummy out. I think that just suddenly putting my knees up has caused everything to just get squashed in my stomach.
I'm going to try and play this. I think I'm going to play one.
Okay. Yeah.
I'm not going to play one. I need a light. Sorry, guys. Doing this by feel is so hard.
Sorry, Star.
You're stuck.
My freaking tummy, I know.
I was trying so hard not to laugh during that.
Move, because I'll block off the camera.
Let's play this back.
Oh, maybe that.
No. Alright.
Maybe that'll help. Sorry, guys.
Here we go.
Yeah.
Oh boy. Oh, what a mess. What a mess it was in the hole.
That was the worst EVP session I think we have ever
I
done.
don't know, mine's pretty bad. I should just be banned from EVPs. I'm terrible at EVPs. Ask him, can you send us a message? Like, I have to like change halfway through. I don't know where I was going with that. But sorry if some of that was lagging a bit. Like the laptop is like burning hot. So some of it is like, it might...
Yeah.
There
might have been some skipping video there.
Yeah, so we apologise for that. Can't really help it. It is summer and it is hot as what it is. That's why I tied my hair up. I was burning up.
Yeah. It's warm in here. I know. I feel like that had to go in there just because nobody farted for this investigation.
Yeah.
Like, every time we have a bloopers reel, there's somebody farting. And apparently that didn't happen.
No.
So we got me burping instead.
There was no farting, but we needed gas somewhere. So
Yeah.
Of all places for us to be laughing, the hole was not what we thought. But hey, we got there. But that's some of behind the scenes. You're getting scared as well. Look, we have fun out there, and that's the main thing. And that's some of it we can put to the investigations, but some of it, it's hard to include everything. Trust me, we can't have videos 3 hours long. We would love to, but we just can't, unfortunately. But this is why we get to do this stuff. So
Yeah, it's a lot of fun.
But
we definitely get delirious.
we do,
towards the end.
yeah,
That
you
real
get silly.
tired delirium, hey?
Wouldn't want to in such a small place. Yeah, if someone farted in the hole with the four of us in there, I think
my god, that would be...
I think that would have made people run out quicker than the Paranormal Activity. Honestly.
Yeah, I
be
think
out
so.
of there. I think that comes to a close as far as the Albany Convict Gaol is concerned. I'd love to know what people's favourite parts of the actual investigation were as a wrap-up. But while you get those in, yeah, I mean, for us it was an absolute pleasure, the Albany Convict Gaol.
Yeah, absolutely. I feel like we've talked so much. I don't know if there's much left to say. So just that we're so grateful that we had the opportunity to do the Albany Convict Gaol as an investigation, and we cannot wait to go back.
Oh, we'd love to go back. And thank you to the Albany Historical Society for entertaining us. Not only handing the keys over to the jail for the night, but that was not the only place they handed us the keys over to. We spent a whole weekend in Albany, and we had a blast. Massive thank you to Star and to Kim who joined us, because without them it wouldn't have been what it was either. And Kim did it on practically no notice at all. She quickly jumped at the opportunity. I think she had less than 2 weeks, until we were leaving, that she had to do it. But
find the time to take off and come down. And actually, Kim saved the day in a way, because...
Yeah, she did.
We ended up having to use Kim's car due to some car issues. So that was literally a last minute change of plans, and Kim saved the day.
Kim did save the day. We had an absolute ball. We did 3 investigations in 3 evenings, all in a row, upon the same day we travelled down there. Like, it was all systems go the whole time, but...
And would we do that again?
I would if we had to.
Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah. Thanks, Kim.
But and it's not the last you're going to see of Kim and Star, I can assure you that much. They've been absolutely awesome. But I suppose thank you to Lynn, to Lauren, and to Hunt for your kind donations. You guys really didn't have to do that. We genuinely appreciate that love and support, though. We're very grateful for that. So thank you ever so much.
Thank you.
And for all of you guys that have been here in chat tonight, giving us your questions, just spending your nights with us, talking. It's been awesome. It's been fun. 2025 is going to be a very, very big year for the Afterlife Party. We got a lot of things in the pipeline, a fair few locations to do. A return trip to Albany, I'm sure, is going to be on the cards at some stage this year.
For sure.
We've had people reach out to us from Albany that said, we have a place, come here. And some of them are insane.
Yes.
So I think we're going to end up back down there at some point.
Sounds like we've got some stuff that may be happening in Northern as well.
Yeah,
and a bunch of other places for us to go and check out and add to the list of what we've already got coming for you guys this year.
Yeah, so... and as we sign off, should we give them a little sneak peek at what's to come in 2025?
I don't know, we're already over time.
We are over time. Should we skip that? What do we think? Should we skip that? Should we just not show them, like, we're over? I mean, even though it's only just a quick snippet of what's to come, but I mean, I don't know. What do we think? It's about to be lit. Yes, it is cloudy. Should we show 'em? Should we?
I mean, like, if we don't, then all of that hard work editing it would just go to waste.
I did spend 1,700 hours or something
editing just to be able to put this little snippet together.
It didn't take me that long.
There may have been 1,700 hours in total. Who knows? Yeah.
Look at it. Yes. Okay, fine. If this does skip a little bit, I'll replay it back.
Oh, Paranormal Perth is still here.
When you go to bed?
Yeah.
Thank you everyone for being here. We really, really appreciate it from the bottom of our hearts. Thank you. 2025 is going to be huge. It's going to be fun. We can't wait to take you all on that journey with us as well. From Kat and myself signing off from another live stream from Afterlife HQ. It's been an absolute pleasure.
Thank you very much, guys.
Enjoy this video.
Good
If
night.
it does crackle up, I'll replay it for you. All right. And this, I think, is up there with one of the most creepiest things we've done on this channel.
Oh god, it's cold in here.
It's cold right here in front of the fireplace.
But I swear to God, and it's just partially come off.
You can actually... Holy shit. There's no one here. You heard somebody in the hallway here, right?
Yes. Was that anyone?
No, and it gave me chills.
Just so you know, if you hear any that's not me.
I have never seen you that scared. You've literally been choked before on an investigation and kept going.
It's just like a fucking growl in here.
What?
No, that's seriously, like, that is the loudest fucking thing I've heard in my life.
Kim, do you feel that it's Patrick himself?
Yes, I feel like I want to cry.
Go around there. Someone just walked around there.
You okay? It's alright, you're okay.
No, I'm fine. I'm
I
fine.
just want everybody safe.
Reacting to me?
I was reacting to you.
Someone just screamed in my ear.